Hey everyone, this is Rick Morgan, your friendly comic book scientist. I wanted to show another video of me doing spine tick removal, which is not especially interesting or different than my other ones. It's just that people ask me for more, so I'm sharing. I wanted to do it on Moon Knight #1. This is not my Moon Knight #1, but mine is actually pretty immaculate. But I wanted to talk about Moon Knight a little bit and what it was like to buy this comic book in the early 80s, as I bought these new off the shelf. Moon Knight was a little different. He started in Werewolf by Night 32, I think, which one of the few comic books in my life I ever sold, and I sort of regret a bit now. And I think Marvel Spotlight 5 or so. I gave 2 of those away to a friend recently. And then I think his first series was early 80s, 1981 or 2. I was a little guy, I was a kid. And I bought this book, and it was very different from anything I had read before. Now, X-Men was really gritty, and people were super into X-Men at this time for several years to come, too. It's kind of dark and not really my thing so much, but I really took to Moon Knight. There was some weird stuff going on. Well, first of all, the character had 3 secret identities, which he really didn't just weren't his secret identities. He believed he was that guy from time to time as a cab driver and a mercenary and a millionaire. And I don't think he really gave the mercenary didn't come up a whole lot. But then of course there's Moon Knight as well, and he had Frenchie and his girlfriend. Her name escapes me for now. It'll come to me in a moment. But it was good because the back characters had a lot to do with him, and he was clearly not right in the head, which made it hard for him to fight crime, despite all of his advantages. So I thought, well, this is a weird thing. And then Bill Sienkiewicz's art was just really tripped out and really weird at that time, and amazingly good, especially on the covers. It was great stuff, and I read it. It seemed super violent, and some other weird stuff was going on. Like Marvel would print things like ads asking us to tell them what they should do. It was like, how should we get money from this? There were a few ads, I can't remember what they were exactly. It's been 40 years since I read these books, some of them. It said something like, tell us how we should make money on this. We're trying something new. We're only gonna publish it at certain times. We're not gonna put advertisements. And Micronauts, I also read Micronauts and I think ROM during that time. I know, it's weird. They went away from ads. It was 75 cents. You got more pages, but the trade-off was you couldn't buy it in a grocery store. It could only be at a comic book shop or by subscription. You couldn't just buy one anywhere. I think Moon Knight for a time did that too. And they would ask you, what did you think about it? They wanted some feedback on this book. They're trying new stuff. And I thought, well, this is great. And it is hard to capture what it felt like to read comic books at that time, because you have to imagine a world where you don't have a lot of entertainment options, and these books are important and precious to you more than you would think they could be. We didn't have other things to entertain ourselves with besides board games and marbles and action figures and things, and these things went in my back pocket riding bikes around the neighborhood, and we would trade them. They had some value this way, and we loved talking about it. The smell of it, the feel of it, the sort of eager anticipation of what's going to happen next, as if they were really real characters, is hard to capture today when the characters have a longer background. The stories have been told and retold. They're sort of being rehashed. They appear in media. It's hard to understand and recapture that feeling that it was like at that time to read and own these things, and what so many people are holding on to now. I think this nostalgia for these books that we're reading. And I mean, we felt like these characters were really our friends, right? And the tropes weren't around. People coming back from the dead were happening all the time. The same stories hadn't been told, so it was new and fresh and exciting for us. And Moon Knight was very much all of those things early on for me. They canceled the series after just a few years, and then they tried to start it up again, and the Fist of Khonshu was just sucked. It was awful. It was one of my first early experiences with just being super disappointed with the comic book I had pre-ordered, and like, what is this? It was just terrible. And I haven't been reading a lot of newer Moon Knight, but I'm just not sure it's been recaptured since. So I'll just show you a couple of examples of the spine ticks now that I removed. It's the same stuff I always do, but maybe you get a little bit something out of it, and fun to kind of see a Moon Knight book, right? And so anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you around. Take care. Bye-bye. So we have a Moon Knight #1 here, and we're going to do a little bit of a spine roll, and we're going to find some spine ticks as well. I think there are a few in this spine here. Where are they? There's one right there. So there's one right by the eye in premier issue. And there's another one somewhere. Oh, there's one here by this 1980. So the 1980 and by the eye. That's about it. There's a little bit of a roll. We're going to take those out with the Tic Tac board. Do a little clean, and we'll be good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get our Tic Tac board in here on that first part. It's right here by the premier issue. This time I learned my lesson. I'm using the thicker sheet, and I'm just light pressure, just going back and forth. This is a special tacking iron. I have a potentiostat in there that reduces the temperature to about 130. I just don't like it to be too hot because sometimes it discolors a little bit. So we are just going to do this back and forth. I like to make a figure 8 so I don't make an obvious pattern of lines in the book. That one looks pretty good already. And we're going to go up to the top here. And again, this is the thicker craft paper, not the thin parchment or the thin silicone paper. So here we go. Got that. Okay, that looks pretty good. And that is about it. The rest of this can be taken care of with just a regular chamfer board. So we are going to put just the front. We're going to do the back later. We're going to put a chamfer board here. We're going to tuck it in nice and tight. And I will put a sheet of silicone release paper just so I don't have any transfer to that front guy. I'm going to put it in our preheated press here. All right, so we put the chamfer board and the silicone release paper here. And then I like to put a little piece of board here just in case there are any, just a regular backing board in case there are any imperfections in the aluminum. I don't want to get transferred over, and a little bit of a heat break. Okay. And then I'm going to put my sheet of aluminum on top. This is a brand new board here, so I'm going to peel this coating off of it so it's nice and shiny, clean, new. So
nice.
Put this one on top here. And I'm going to press this guy down a little bit tighter than that. I'm just going to push it down, turn it on, and we just let it go for a while. And that's it. We'll take it out and see how it looks.
Okay.
So let's see what it looks like here when we're done. We have, that is where one of the spine ticks resided, and it's still a little color break there, but the tick is gone. It's that, but otherwise the book looks pretty good. It is, looks better. I like it. We're just gonna cold press this guy for a while, and hopefully that will be the end of it. Well, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it. Here's a couple more gratuitous Moon Knight images for you, because it's fun. For no other reason, it's just kind of fun to see it. And I'll catch you around next time. Take care. Bye-bye.